Good morning, soldiers, and welcome to the beautiful 22nd of the 2nd 2008. Today is the big 222, and it's Joey's birthday, it's Benny's birthday, and it's a lot of superstars' birthdays who pop in at this beautiful Piscean time. It is indeed the Piscean era as we move out of the month of Aquarius and into the Piscean superstars. What a beautiful day it is here. It's nearly 30 degrees at Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre. I'm about to head off on my vroom to go get to work, so it's time to make some tracks, and we've got some work to do today on some study for our Viva, our emergency management training, as well as get on with some of this climate change from around the world. UFO disclosure has been a cracker this week. We've also got to get onto our hemp studies and look at new industries that can transform this planet into something a little more sustainable. Anyway, good morning to you. Happy birthday, Joey. Good on you, Benny. Great effort, and we'll see you guys in a few moments.
Yeah, g'day superstars, it's Danny here, Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre. It's the 22nd day of February. A huge happy birthday to big brother Benny and Dad, magnificent fellas. You are my inspiration, and I love you till the cows come home. You guys are superstars. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm actually going to go meet Benny now for lunch down at the local pool to go and have a bit of a swim and a piddle paddle. There's a couple of things up on the site today, guys. Further information on extraterrestrial activity or extra-dimensional activity. Some fantastic video and documentary evidence there. One particular from NASA showing the payload which went up in 1996 on the Columbia orbiter, and a very sensitive electromagnetic tether broke off while they were in the atmosphere. The tether was actually there, and it was designed to be a future energy source for propelling the orbiter up into space to save NASA the extraordinary the amount of cost it requires to get that fuel load up there. Anyway, the tether broke off, and just watch it. It's just fantastic. It's not one, it's not two, but tens of thousands of extraterrestrial craft can be seen under the NASA telescope in operation. Magnificent viewing for the whole planet, and I cannot wait for the world to wake up and see it. There's further documentary evidence. Another doco which is on the site at the moment brings forward 40 superstars from around the world. Probably one of the best docos around since the press conference of the Disclosure Project back in 1991. So it's good to see the movement continuing and getting stronger. It has to, and like all organisations who are trying to push for disclosure, it's the technology is one thing, and it's fantastic to know that the technology is here that can help our generation, the generations to come, avoid us from using harmful non-renewable fuels. So whatever we can do to get this out in the open and to get that technology going, it's magnificent. But one thing is very important, is that technology is one thing about extraterrestrial intelligence.
Wow, there's something that always amazes me about birthdays. Just looking at the time people were born, and we look at astrology and consider all the constellations that hover above us when we're born. It's amazing that on this day, 222, Pisces, the constellation, sits behind the sun, and she emanates energy which creates a blueprint that affects all those born at that time. It's a physical, spiritual, and even mental and universal process. Joey and Benny are born on 22nd of the 2nd. This time was always referred to by the Mayans as something really special, and that's certainly what they are in our lives. Two shaman, two spiritual warriors. While that celebrating's going on, it's now time to get back into the ambulance and carry on with the wonderful streets of Central Australia. And at this point in time, we've got lots of study to sort out. We've got less than 7 days to do what's called a Viva, and this is a culmination of our 3.5 or so years, about 5 years for Danny and I, including our voluntary work with St John Ambulance. And this is the culmination of what we've learnt over these years, to pretty much sit down on a board and get questions thrown at us, and we've got to let them know what we've learned and how we would respond to a whole range of different situations. So that's certainly occupying my mind right now, including another thing, and that's hearing that the United States have just moved into the western parts of Africa and considering putting a permanent base called AFRICOM all the way over there in Africa to secure what they consider their vital interest in the future, as they expect up to 25% of all their future oil to be coming from such regions. And this is also in competition with China, who are growing rapidly, and it's very disturbing, having looked at some of the investigations we had earlier on this week about Washington in Venezuela and Chile, and how their military presence has caused such hardship amongst the people. And it made me wonder what's going on over here in Africa. Is it any different? And it makes me greatly concerned when I see ulterior motives in the current American administration, and I sure only hope people will ultimately see it and do whatever they can to make sure that we are now conscious of these actions happening around the world, and that we believe that it is truly wrong, and we have to stand for that. So a bit of a mixed range of feelings I'm having today, all amongst the study.
Is a major violation
such as another
of
day.
human rights.
This is the 222, and it's hard not to feel the energies coming through with the beautiful Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, as well as Venus in the sky at the moment. So for all those in tune, you know exactly what I'm saying.
Good evening, folks, and we're at the St John Ambulance Centre in Alice Springs, and just looking at some news from around the world for this 22nd day of February 2008. First up was another tornado alert for the United States, this time in Texas. We've had a lot of activity on the seismic front with earthquakes occurring in the Norwegian Arctic. On this occasion it was a 6.2 magnitude. Further recent quakes that have happened in the last 24 to 48 hours included the northeastern Nevada with a 6 magnitude quake. Another one just days ago in Greece at 6.2 magnitude. We've also 3-4 days ago we had the large quake occurring in Indonesia, on this occasion a 7.5 magnitude quake. So it's been a very active 7 days. We constantly speak and remind of the statistics for seismic activity in the early 1970s, which used to average at approximately 4 quakes at over 6 to 7 a year. So in the last week we've already beaten that average, and give you an idea of climatic variation. Finally, we've also got some news for volcanic lava flow occurring in the Hawaiian Islands, and more activity from ice melt occurring there. We're going to sign out for this beautiful day, 22nd of the 2nd. It's Benny and Joey's birthday. What a cracker it is to spin around the sun as many times as they have. We'll see you guys on future episodes. Firstly, Denny, how you doing?
Very good, Tommy. We're all just studying. We're a week away from doing our final viva here at the St John Ambulance Centre for our paramedic qualification. So we're up to our eyeballs in climate change, up to our eyeballs in understanding adrenaline, morphine, madaz, glucagon. So there's a bit of paperwork going on. The paper trail, as Tommy said, climate change ain't stopping for no one. And as we mentioned before, there's some wonderful videos on millicom.com uploaded today, particularly one released by NASA, releasing their tether back in '96. Not one, but two, but tens of thousands of UFOs caught on film. But may the force be with you.
Good on you guys. Happy birthday, Benny. Good work, Joey. Kick ass.